Hey everybody, it's Shay back in the new year. Honestly, I'm pretty surprised because I've never been particularly good at keeping up with consistent video releases before. So we'll see how long that lasts. This video is basically me talking through what I want to focus on in 2026. I usually just go with the flow and vibe my way through anything, and I want to try like having somewhat of a more structured goal setting approach to try to keep some of the momentum going and actually finish projects. That's what I'm gonna do today, and I guess like making a video and posting it here to somewhat hold myself accountable in some way somewhere. But before we get into that, if you like TTRPG stuff, storytelling, I guess I'm doing media analysis now. I actually have a pretty big video that I'm working on involving Stranger Things, shipping culture, and Byler specifically. It's very much in the thinking, outlining, scripting, re-scripting phase. And it's one of those topics that I am trying to have a lot of nuance for, and I want to get it right rather than get it out fast. And it's something that I can give a little teaser on, even if it doesn't appear on the channel immediately. But maybe it'll never actually see the light of day because I'm wondering about it. It's kind of like a touchy subject, So if you really want to see it, please let me know, and maybe that'll encourage me to actually finish it. And while you're at it, if you like all that stuff and generally hanging out with someone who's really into overthinking fiction and community and likes spooky stories, you should probably consider subscribing. I tend to forget saying that at all, especially at the end. And someone told me saying it at the beginning is actually better, so I'm trying it. Okay, so with all that out of the way, let's talk about my goals for 2026. And it's not in a like new year, new me way, except in the ways that it kind of is. This is not a thing where I'm like gonna be hitting the gym every day and like trying to convince myself I'm gonna give up pop and all junk food, but more in a here's where my energy is actually going way, and I'm gonna write it down so it's in my head and I can actually make it happen. So my first goal is to finish writing the book based on my Monster Hearts 2 campaign. This is probably my biggest creative goal for 2026. I worked on it a lot throughout the year, and I've accomplished quite a lot. And even if I just get the first draft done, and I still have to do a lot of editing and changing, if I can finish this story. For those of you who don't know, I'm writing a book based on my Monster Hearts 2 campaign, and I care about this story a lot. The main protagonist is a character that I played, and she really meant a lot to me, and so did the stories. And they've been living in my head for years, and I want them to exist somewhere outside my drafts folder. And my goal isn't to make it perfect or even, like publish ready. I want to finish it. At the very least, the first draft. I'm so close. I want a complete draft. I want an ending. Prove to myself that I can take this personal story and actually carry it across the finish line and, like an actual novel. Not just the only thing I've completed is like essays and short stories. So I think this is a very doable goal because I am really close at the moment, and I think I can do it. The second, I don't know. It might be a lot of wishful thinking. I don't know if it's really likely, but I want to monetize this channel, my YouTube channel, even if it's just a little bit. This isn't about getting rich. It's not even about sustainability, not a hustle, but I don't know, like I've been putting a lot of work in it lately, and if I can have more subscribers, more people watching my stuff, it could really make it feel worth it. And if it can help cover editing software, like better equipment, or justify the time I'm putting into researching and scripting, especially when I'm starting these like bigger projects like the Stranger Things video I was talking about, it justifies the time and energy that I'm spending on it. And it's such niche content. Making a community around it, I think, would be really fun. And, you know, even a little monetization is a win in my book, even if it's like a couple cents, $1 or $2. I don't know. Baby steps, but we'll see about that one. My third goal is, again, it should be a little more doable. It's not even about like finishing, it's just continue writing my Coven tabletop role-playing game that I've been working on. And I have it in my goal as part of it to actually playtest it this year. I have a lot of fun designing games, mechanics, vibes. I have a few Monster of the Week mysteries already up over on my itch.io. I'm no expert at game design or balancing, but I want to get better at 2026. And part of it is letting other people actually touch the thing. So I have a lot done for that too, but I want to continue writing it and actually play test real players, real feedback, implement the feedback. And, you know, like the playtest is an important step, and that step is kind of scary. So putting it here, and maybe people can be on my ass about this and like all the other stuff that I want to do. Okay, fourth is when I can, when it's feasible and I'm not doing anything else, I want to keep up with this Sunday dinner thing that I came up with. I never really used to enjoy cooking, but I really liked hosting, and I never really had a chance. This is my first time that I had an apartment that's kind of all my own, and I didn't have like roommates that were like more in charge than me. I lived in an apartment with my landlord in Toronto, and it felt like I could never host there. But now, you know, I'm on my own just with my brother living with me, so I have more control over that. And I've been enjoying cooking more often. Turns out when you know, don't just cook the same things and actually like cook unique, fun things that are like cool to try, it's a little bit more fun. And then when you don't add like pressure on yourself, it's fun. So I kind of implemented this thing. It's been going okay. Mostly just family coming, but I want to host this Sunday dinner thing when I have the capacity, and use it as a way to like connect with family, friends, people who don't always have somewhere to go for a home cooked meal. You know, not every week, but keep it up, like I said, when I can. And maybe use this as an excuse to actually connect with people that maybe I haven't connected with for a long time. And that leads into my last goal, which is build community, which I really started thinking a lot about this year. I feel like and really like the world is really lacking community right now. And whether that's like building community online through this channel, also building community locally, I feel like that's really important, especially coming after COVID and everything. I just want to make this more of a priority. And really, like, if you want people to show up for you and be the community for you, you have to do that for other people, right? And so it's you people in the comments, folks at my table, readers, players, friends, showing up to Sunday dinners. I want to build spaces that feel welcoming, thoughtful, and safe to be a little weird in. And I don't want to I want to make things and build things with people. So yeah, those are my goals for 2026. Not too much pressure on myself, but like putting it out there with intention, somewhat having a place where I can go back and remind myself and maybe have other people remind myself of what I'm really hoping to do, more finishing things, more community, and holding myself a little bit more accountable while still having grace, you know. If you want to stick around for that, I'd really love to have you here. Love to see what the new year brings. Thanks for showing up, guys. Bye.